Thank you so much for joining us. So, everyone, we have our head coach of the Lunar Owls, DJ Sackmann. He can get started with some questions, unless DJ, there was anything you wanted to say at the top just about returning to Unrivaled, or we can go ahead and get started.
Yeah, well, first, appreciate everyone's time. Um, Year two, really looking forward to it. Super excited. Um, Year one was pretty special. Um, a lot of learning all around for everyone, I think, in the building. But it was overall just a great playing environment for these women. So looking forward to year two, couple adjustments here and there, and we're ready to rock.
Thank you so much. We'll get started with Courtney.
How you doing, Coach? Nice to meet you again.
Nice to see you.
Yeah, good to see you. Best of luck with everything upcoming season. As a reigning unrivaled Coach of the Year, and also key players returning, Lisa Collier, Skylar Diggins. How do you plan to build on that existing chemistry?
Yeah, great question. Yeah, last year was cool because we kind of really understood what the game looks like. Um, and my biggest concern this during the draft was not being able to find shooters around essentially Skylar and Fee. So I think our ability to find the shooters that we needed are going to be able to stretch the floor and get into a lot of two-player action, and it's going to be harder to double off down on Fee. So I think we checked that box there from a strategic standpoint as far as this is a scoring game and we need to space the floor and have shooters on the floor at all times. So I'm excited about that. Same concepts. We'll play fast. We'll stick to our culture. Defensively, we'll pressure the basketball. Um, but yeah, we're excited. I love our lineup. I think we will be able to really score the ball and have the floor super spaced out.
Thanks a lot. Best of luck this season.
Thank you, brother.
Sophie.
Hi, Coach. It's great to meet you. Sophie Dumont here with the Ballers Magazine.
Nice to
Um,
meet you, Sophie.
I wanted to ask, so you talked a little bit about some things that you liked about last season. When it comes to the culture and the identity of your squad, what are some aspects that you hope to carry into this season as well?
My biggest thing as a coach and individual is just emotional regulation, emotional stability. So we talked a lot about that last year in the locker room. Um, the emotions are running high. Everyone's under one roof. So how are we? Literally right next to the team you just played in the locker room. So the emotions can really run high. And there's always something that you can look to complain about. And that's life in general. There's always something that if you want to complain about it, you can find, and that's where you're placing your energy, you can find it. So for us as a culture is looking at solutions, and not the problem, and being emotionally stable through these ups and downs of the season. And that's easier said than done, of course, but that's what we want to really um, focus on. And if we can handle that, then we'll win basketball games. Everything else will take care of itself. So yeah, just emotional stability is where we really want to be. Of course, there'll be moments, um, but that was a lot of our focus last year, and I think we did a really good job. So we're trying to just keep the ball rolling for this season.
And another one for me, you talked about spacing out the floor. You added, Rebecca Allen, Rachel Banham as well. You have Marina Mabry. Can you just speak to what they bring to the dynamic of the team that you want to build and the identity that you want to create this season?
Yeah. I think we saw what Skylar, Alicia, and Fee can do. So I think Marina can fill that role there where it's those three kind of playing a very similar style. And I love the fact that Marina can also play the point at times. So we keep we can keep her on the floor as a combo when Skylar's off the floor as well. So that's really good. I love Rachel and Rebecca's ability to shoot the basketball. Like I mentioned, you're going to get open shots in this game. This is just the style of the game that it is, especially when you have to place your energy on Fee, the best player in the league, in my opinion. So the energy has to be there. You have to be one or two steps off, which is really difficult to do on a Rebecca or a Rachel or a Marina. So I love like I said before, the spacing of that and what Rachel, Rebecca, and Marina are able to bring as far as just floor spacers. And also they can play at a pick and roll. And Marina can play with the basketball in her hands and go get a bucket if she needs to. So um, I just love the energy that they bring offensively and what they can do and how they can impact the game,
Love it. Thank you so much, Coach.
of course.
Nathan?
Good afternoon, Coach. Welcome back for another year, another season. Let's talk about the overall talent pool this year in the Unrivaled League, and a lot of these teams have a lot of great young talent on the rosters. Even you, just talk about the overall young talent that's coming into the W and the Unrivaled.
Yeah, it's great. I mean, last year was unbelievable. Anyone could have won the league last year. That's what makes the league so great. Like we said it all season. If you slip up at all, you'll lose. If you have a bad 2 minute window at the wrong time of the game, you're going to lose the game. And it doesn't really matter what the score is at any time either. Like the way the game is played going into the fourth, if you're not up by 30, it's not given that you're going to win because the energy can flip quick and that score seems a little further away. So that's what makes the league so exciting. You have all-stars everywhere. They're competing, they're playing at a high level, and anyone can win at any time. And I think this year is even more talented than last year, which I can't even believe I'm saying. But it's going to be fun. You're going to see some of these players score, 30, 40,
Yeah.
might get a 50 ball out there. And that's great for the game. I love the idea of the players being able to truly showcase their talent because of the activity on the ball. They have way more usage on ball than they would have in any other league in the world, besides maybe a 3x3 Olympic style FIBA. But even then, it's not the same usage because it's a condensed court. This is like free flow, really high usage on the ball, showcase your skill. And these women are so unbelievably talented that when you put them on that playing field, it's just such an exciting game. And I love the idea that being nationally televised, like people are going to be able to see how talented these women are. So yeah, this year is going to be great. To your point, like the pool of talent is unbelievable, unrivaled. Front office from the top down, they do such a phenomenal job of making sure that all the players are really taken care of and that the primary focus is truly on their development and what they're doing to get and how we're handling everything for them to get better. So yeah, it's when you have a talented pool like that and you mix that with what Unrivaled is able to do as far as everything else, it's just an unbelievable environment. So I'm excited about it.
Yeah, I have a follow up for that, DJ. I want to talk about this one player, Aaliyah Edwards, you have on the roster. I followed
Yeah.
her career throughout UConn, and she's doing great things in the W already. Just talk about her game and what can she bring to you and Unrivaled League, because I feel like she's underrated in my opinion.
I think she's very underrated, which is, I mean, obviously with our pick, we showed our value in her, but if anyone watched the one-on-one tournament, you can see her versatility
Mhm.
last year. She was very close to winning the one-on-one tournament against Fee. Um, and I looked at multiple layers on this, and layer one was versatility for her ability to guard any position on ball or down low. And then the other side is offensively, sets good screens, can can knock down a midi. I want to try to get her extending out a little bit. We'll see what we can work with this season. So that was another layer, and then just her playing with Fee, I think, is huge for her development. So being around Fee, how Fee carries herself, on the court, off the court, the work ethic that's involved. Obviously, UConn, they know, what it takes. I think they do a phenomenal job over there, of course, but just that layer of, okay, now she can be around greatness. She can see or pick up, just being around it, you pick up so many small nuances that the game brings that you wouldn't normally see without that much time, essentially. So I think that's great for her. I'm most excited for her in that component, in that environment, being able to just learn and grow from being around Fee. And then I'm expecting her to have just a monster year going forward after the season. So it should be good.
Yeah. Thank you, coach, and good luck this season.
Appreciate it. Thank you, brother.
Yep.
Yeah.
Coach, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, Kia.
Kia Lyons from Platinum Media and Apparel. We showcase unity and community and high performance wins in the culture. So my question for you is, who or what has been your greatest inspiration, and how do you pour that high performance inspiration into your team, especially in the last couple of minutes?
Yeah, that's a great it's a great question. So let's go over it again. Who's my biggest inspiration?
Yes.
And what's the second part?
And then how do you pour that high performance inspiration, what's made you a success, into your team?
Yeah, that's a great one. So right now on the basketball side of things, I would say Patty Mills, who's one of my best friends, who I've worked with getting him ready for the Olympics over the years, has inspired me to understand what greatness is and what it takes all around to be a very high performing, one of the greatest Olympics of all time, arguably, type of player. So learning and being around him, getting ready for each Olympic and World Cup campaign, you see how this athlete structures their flow, essentially, like what they're doing to get ready for a specific target date Olympics at this point. So I'm inspired by that because I'm able to, like I said, see it firsthand. What does it look like? How professional an individual can be, um, and just osmosis, being around it, understanding what that means. I can see what our ladies on our squad kind of need as far as check boxes. We talked about these last season a lot. We didn't miss any sessions last season. We didn't miss a weight room session. We didn't miss a recovery session. We didn't miss a practice. And that was really Skylar who took control of that and is like, we're here, we're investing this time, we're investing this energy, we're checking every single box off. So to your question, it would be someone like a Patty Mills, who is one of the greatest athletes ever, Olympian ever, seeing what they're doing and then passing it down to, our players, with a player like Skylar, who really sets the culture and the standard of, we're not missing a weight room. We're checking all the boxes. And when you check all the boxes, doesn't matter what happens at the end of the game, you're putting yourself in a position to win because you have the right habits and the right work ethic that's ready for you to win in those moments.
That's awesome. We appreciate that. I think we all want to be a fly on the wall, make every session. Thank you so much. Have a great season.
Thank you. Appreciate you.
Appreciate you too.
Chris?
Thank you. Hey, Coach. Nice to meet you. I'm Chris from the Best MW Show. You're known for your skill development expertise, and you had a great season last season, in the inaugural 3-on-3 Unrivaled season. So with that format, how does that format allow you to unlock new layers and players like Nafisa Collier and Skylar Diggins? And what areas are you most focused on elevating with this roster?
Yeah, good question. 3-on-3 for me has been something I've done for 10 years plus. I've worked with a lot of the 3x3 national teams in Europe, in Russia. So I've been able to really see the 3-on-3 game for a long time. And it was pretty natural for us to kind of step into that role and coach it. Now, as far as the players, our practices are player development focused practice, much less game planning than it would be in a regular 5-on-5 season. So I do think that helps us because we didn't come in here with a background of coaching in a regular coaching setting. So we treated our practices more of development, high usage reps, specific skill development, whether that be shooting, ball handling, specific footwork. We put our players in the actions that they're going to see, and we're very meticulous on what they're actually doing in those actions, and we can rep that over and over again because of the player development background that we have. And I think that has helped us. That helped us last season because of how intense our practices were, and it was much. We really weren't no standing around, no waiting for reps. Like everyone has a ball, and they're really getting like I said, high usage. So I think the way we run our practices this year will be very similar. It's like a skills training session essentially, and then a lot of live play as well. One thing we did every single practice, unless it was a low day, we would have the women play 1-on-1, 2-on-2, 3-on-3, and I'm a huge advocate of playing 1-on-1 as well. So you'll see Fee in the post, and we have obviously men practice players. She plays 1-on-1 against a 6'5" long defender, a man every day. That's just what she's doing. So over and over again, we're getting a ton of reps. I think one thing that's missing in the women's game at a younger level is an open gym style of basketball and more 1-on-1, 2-on-2, 3-on-3. I personally work with some of the top high school players in the country. We have a facility in Montclair, New Jersey, and I know firsthand what these young women are doing. And what they're not doing is they're not playing enough of open flow environment. Every time they play, or the majority of the time that they're playing, they're in a situation where their coaches are blowing the whistle or correcting mistakes. Now, on the young man's side, they play 5-on-5 open gym all the time, from middle school to high school, without anyone in the gym. They got to call their own fouls. It's a different environment. I'm a firm believer that helps you develop as a basketball player to find your true identity as a hooper. So in order to find your true identity, we want to create that environment of free flow play. 5-on-5, no blowing the whistle, let the players figure it out. So that's something that we do a lot in our player development sessions. It's like, let them play basketball 1-on-1, don't correct every mistake. We have our own development system that we follow. Don't correct every mistake. Let them play through live contact, live play, add some constraints here and there, add some variability here and there, and then it will, translate for them if they're doing it on a consistent basis. And Unrivaled, it's so great because you're there for a specific amount of time and you can structure exactly what each player needs to do in the 10 or 12-week window. So it's a perfect format. There's no guessing. Here's week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4. This is what the format looks like. This is what Marina's going to do. This is what Fee's going to do. This is what Skylar's going to do. You have a player development profile for each of the young women, each of the players. And now it's like, okay, perfect. This is what the sessions look like. This is what the 12 weeks look like. This is the end goal. So I know that was a long rant on the question, but yeah, that's how we kind of handle the season, our practices, and our training sessions.
Great. Thank you, Coach. I appreciate it.
Of course.
And Courtney?
All right. This is a fun question. Will we get the Lunar Owls hooty hoo again throughout season 2?
Purely. It won't be from me. I still have yet to go that route. But Sky and Fee are gonna hold it down. So it's coming.
I'm sure Sky definitely will do it. I'm sure.
She'll hold it down for sure.
All
Yeah,
right. Thanks a lot.
of course.
Thank you so much. Do we have any other questions? Okay, thank you so much, Coach. We
Appreciate y'all.
appreciate your time. That concludes our media availabilities with all our head coaches. Have a great Thanksgiving, everyone.